Hello, how the devil are you? Been hot today, been working, and yes, hot and sticky here in the UK. So I'm going back on two wheels, which is very exciting. So I thought I'd share that. And I don't know whether you've ever been into motorcycles. I did when I was, oh, blimey, when I came to London from Cornwall, and I must have been 19. I got a bike then, and for 15 years had a bike. And then when my sister died, mortality kind of knocked on the door, and I had a lovely Ducati, and I loved it dearly, and had it 7 years, and yeah, adored that, and the feeling and the freedom of being on it. People call it free therapy, which for me absolutely was. But when my sister died, and it was her birthday yesterday, it would have been her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Hannah. I couldn't go on the bike again. I had young children, and I hung my boots up. Not consciously, I went out and polished the bike, but I just had the fear of mortality. So it's been now 15 years since I've been on a motorbike, and I never thought I would. But over the last few years, it's kind of got under my skin again. And I'm looking at my teeth and see if I've got food on it. I just thought I'd do that subtly, but you saw. And if you didn't, I let the cat out of the bag. Anyway, yeah, it's been getting under my skin, and I guess I'm putting it out there because I've been, or have been putting it out there because, oh, look at this bike, oh, I saw this article, I saw this, I'm becoming a bit of a bore. Anyway, it's my birthday quite soon, and I got handed this email because it's like, oh, you'll need to know, so just so you're prepared. And it's like, what? Read the email. It's like a motorcycle experience refresher course, just a couple of hours, and I'm really excited by that. Really excited. So I'm going to go on two wheels again. I went into a motorbike shop. There was one nearby, and I kept going on about them. I thought, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go. I knew it was dangerous, but I'm going to go in there. Not because got loads of money to buy one. I haven't at all. But just for igniting that fire or flame, or anyway, whatever the expression is. And I went to the bike shop, and it's like, oh, it smells just like, I had a friend that worked at a bike shop, and it's like, oh, that familiar smell, that new bike smell. And I sat on a couple of bikes, and it was like, oh, it was Triumph Garage. And it was intoxicating to me. And I sat on the bike that I'd been poring over, and the detail of them, and oh yeah. So I'm get very fixated, get tons of detail. So I'd found out loads of stuff about that bike, and to sit on it was lovely. Didn't start it up or anything. Had a casual chat to the sales guy there, and oh, how long's it been since you rode a bike? I said, I had a Ducati Monster, but that was 15 years ago since I've been on a bike. Oh, okay. Went and got a leaf. Oh, no, it's stuck. Oh. It's stuck. Went and got a leaflet and said, oh yeah, probably good, because things have changed a lot since then. Trying not to be patronising. They didn't have ABS when on bikes when I was into biking, and they got ABS and traction control that by law now. Well, ABS anyway. So that was funny. It was like, oh yeah, and I'm open to that. It's like, yeah, do a course, and I knew that I'd do that, and I was perfectly open to doing that when I have a little bit of money. I'd do it then. But bowled me over. Being handed this email that as a gift for my birthday, I'm doing this experience. So it was like, oh, how exciting! So I had to go and get my my bike gear from the storage and my boxes where it's been for 15 years, and throughout when I was a dispatch rider in London back in the early 90s. Back in the early 90s, I was a dispatch rider. 89 to 92, I think it was. And I never had the right gear, never had the right waterproofs. It was all cobbled together on a shoestring. And then as I progressed in my career. I had more money, and when my sister died, I had all the bike gear. It was, and some ideas. Rather than all the gear, no idea. And I had some sort of nice leather trousers, zipping sort of top with armor in it, and nice helmet and all the gloves and boots, and not fancy stuff, but protective stuff and stuff that I was really proud of. But since my sister died, I kind of shoved it in the box, and it's been there for 15 years. So I got this stuff out, and it was like, with some excitement, and it was like, oh, I've got all the gear out; it's all new. And I went to put my helmet on, and it was like, what's that in there? And it's so old. I am so old that some of the foam in there disintegrated. I thought I had mice in it at first, and it was like, oh my god! But it wasn't. It was just because it's so old. It's disintegrated. So I might have to invest in a helmet when I have the money, when I'm about to buy a bike. But it'll be fine I had to clean it out, and it didn't smell too good, all my leathers and my coat and everything. So I've got that airing at the minute. It's quite funny. So on Saturday, I'll be going and going back on two wheels. It's just I think it's two different bikes. I don't know what they are even, but no, I do. It's a BMW 350 or something like that, which is fine, absolutely fine. I'll wobble like a learner, and I'll probably stall it 20 times and feel, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of that. Yes, the interesting thing for me to really reflect on is that I used to have this kind of alter ego. I used to not feel very manly. I didn't, I had a bit of an inferiority complex about myself. But when I got the leathers and the helmet on, it's like Darth Vader suit, if you like. It's or Teenage Mutant. No, not that one. Power Rangers, like Power Ranger. Not that it was all in one race suit. Anyway, you get the idea. Kind of alter ego, and I'd become quite aggressive. Quite, if somebody cut me up, I'd, yeah, it's interesting, and I felt manly, and there was that side of it, which is interesting to reflect on. I think I'm a lot level-headed now, but the other side of it that I've said already, that it's like free therapy. That's the side that I've realised I miss a lot more. And when my sister died, I instead of the bike, and I finally sold it after a year of starting it in the garage, polishing it, starting it in the garage and turning it off and walking away. I sold it, and I had a few different cars at that time. I thought I'll put my energies into a car, and ended up with a Porsche and another one. But anyway, that itch can only be itched by a motorbike, and every time I come back from having a ride, whether I was a bit nutty or not, it would be so cleansing for me. So I'm quite curious how it will be. I'm sure the wobbly bit on just 2 hours will be, confirming in lots of different ways and lovely. And I don't think it will have the same effect, but to be back on a bike, I think is a lovely thing. That's definitely in my focus. I don't know whether you're a biker watching this, or you've given up and you've got an itch, or whether it's something you can relate to that's not bike related. In this, something that you've given up, that you actually realize that it did a lot for you and you got a lot out of it, and that you could consider getting back. And perhaps in a different way. I don't think I'd be quite so brains out and nutty as I used to be. In fact, I know I wouldn't be. But that's a lovely thing. I'm very excited about that. What are you excited about, and what does this bring up for you? I hope you're well. Many thanks for listening. Speak to you soon. All right. Have an awesome rest of the day. Bye-bye.